What is going on to you, Pisces out there? So you have the star. I'm using the dragon tarot, right? The star, the Five of Cups, and then you have the Tower. So these three cards right here for you, Pisces, right? For you, real interesting reading today. The Star card, the Five of Cups, and the Tower really represents you, Pisces, not really spending so much. Okay, needing to make sure that my cat is actually... But anyway, because my cat would be trying to get my attention. But anyway, these three cards right here represents how you, Pisces, are very much so not really pressed about anyone. There's a sense of you, Pisces, trying to get to know some people, and will and is open, but at the same time, you know, being the surfer type that you were meant to be, right? You know, very blessed to have a Pisces ascendant or Pisces rising. I'm very blessed for that because, you know, Pisces is about, y'all are about surrendering. And a lot of times, sometimes people can get that messed up. And it's like, no, not necessarily messed up. It's not necessarily weak. So, you know, you just have to understand what you're surrendering to. See, Aries is about knowing what to fight for, as opposed to Pisces is Venetian, right? Pisces is more of a, you know, Pisces is exalted in Venus. So Venus is about love. So Pisces is much more about learning how to surrender, understanding when something is futile, when something is useless, when there's no point in doing something. Just like how, again, what I was talking about a few seconds ago about how you, Pisces, understand that there is no point in trying to convince, quote unquote, air quotes, right, that, you know, why somebody should hang out with you. Because it honestly, it takes two. This person has to already want to get to know you, just like you have to already want to get to know them. So this idea of, you know, you have to convince anybody to do anything, if they don't have an open mind enough to be like, okay, they're actually out here trying to get to know somebody, why do you have to convince them anyway? Right? Like, they should already have an open mind. Like, okay, if they're looking for someone to get to know, when you, Pisces, show up, if they're not interested in you for whatever reason, that's cool. But this ideology that you have to convince them, you have to go through the motions of like being in competition, that says that the person has, that this person is talking to a lot of other people, and they're putting you up against other people that they're talking to like opponents, right? Spiritually, where it's like they're coming to you and they're coming to other people that they're getting to know, and it's like all y'all have to basically show the best deal, and whoever has the BBD, the bigger, better deal, the biggest, best deal or whatever, that's who the person is going to hang around with for the time being or whatnot. No, you, Pisces, are like, nah. If they think that they can go out and get better than you, you're not playing yourselves. You, Pisces, are not breaking your pockets. You're not going to overspend, right? Because when you go out and you date, you're supposed to have a budget now. Oh, see, I'm putting too much game out here, fam. When you go out and you go out, you're supposed to have a budget, not supposed to just be spendthrift. And a lot of you, Pisces, understand that, right? Pisces and Taurus are, you know, Virgo, Capricorn, bargain hunters, right? A lot of y'all will buy. Y'all are not worried about the name brands. You know, maybe Pisces, maybe Taurus, but in certain areas. But for the most part, you're not really worried about the name brand stuff. If you can get away with the great value stuff, you're okay with a bargain. And you, Pisces, are not going to go out and break your pockets. And the thing is that the Towers, a lot to talk about even in these three cards. People don't expect you, Pisces, to actually date with an emotional budget, with a financial budget. right? I've talked about this before. When you're dating somebody, it's not supposed to be spectacular at first, right? As long as it's all right, as long as, you know what I'm saying, the meeting was good. It's not supposed to be the spectacular thing, and come to find out that I was right, because I was watching a video about how somebody had taken such and such on a helicopter ride and the person wasn't even feeling them. And it's like, right. So now the person is out financially of this expensive date of a helicopter ride. Maybe the helicopter ride is inexpensive. I don't exactly know the prices. But the point that I'm trying to make here is the person did too much, too extravagant. The person did too much. It was too much about trying to come in and trying to impress. The dating should be as normal as possible at first. And then as things scale up and get better, that's when the dates become better in general, right? You could do something spectacular every now and again. But a lot of people don't think that you Pisces are actually willing to tell people no. They expect you Pisces to come on in, and because they still think that you're the same Pisces. They still think that, like, you're only goldfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's many different species of fish. There's piranhas, there's sharks, there's anglerfish, there's all types of fish out here, yo. Like, they only think that you goldfish. They think that you harmless, and they can just take some gold off you, like goldfish. I know that's not how you actually handle goldfish, but I'm saying it's a metaphor. They can hang around you. You Pisces just be okay with whatever they want. And the Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups represents it's not going down like that for you Pisces at all. A lot of you Pisces very much so you're not listening to what the person is saying. The person is trying to flex and come on in and be like, well, I know we going here. And like you Pisces like, nah, we going here. And then if they get upset about that, you Pisces like, all right, fine, go by yourself. I'm not going with you. Or go wherever it is that you are going to go, or whatever. I don't care. I'm going to go by myself. And I'm not going to allow this night or this day, depending on what time, to mess up my 24 hours. I'm going to still have fun, regardless of the who or the what. Speak for yourself. And the thing is that the Two of Pentacles represents, you got a lot of people's mouths open. They got the face like, you know what I mean? Their jaw is on the ground, basically, because they didn't expect you Pisces to be so bold, to be so ballsy. See, a lot of the times, this is why Virgos have to deal with some stuff sometimes, because when you have Pisces energy, Pisces ascendant, Virgo, Pisces ascendant, Sun, Moon, even Pisces, Venus, people tend to have this immediate, I don't know what it is, but this spiritual immediate connection that just because you represent the zodiac sign of surrendering, that like they assume that you are a punk and that you are passive, regardless of how much that's not actually in reality. They again, Pisces represents illusions and delusions, right? So they will tell themselves these things. They will, you gotta understand that Pisces also represents like mist, right? That in Aquarius represents mist. It represents fog. You know what I'm saying? Fog, which is like the water that the water that turns into air that starts to get real dense and heavy. Fog, right? So they tend to not really actually pay attention to the fact that, you Pisces could be gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you Pisces could actually not be as soft or a pushover as people project onto you, because Pisces also rules projections, right? The cognitive dissonance that people want to put onto you that may not even necessarily really even be true like that. And they think that you Pisces are punks and that y'all are passive. And that's not even really what's really going on in real life, right? And again, Virgo gets a little bit of that because y'all share the same kind of, y'all are pulling on the same axis. So Virgo gets that as well. But a lot of people thought that you were punks and passive. Just, they don't even necessarily have to really know you, just based upon the fact that that's the kind of, again, that's the kind of immediate impression that people get about Pisces. That's just naturally what it is. And I've talked about this too, in how to understand the Pisces, right? Pisces, people will think that you automatically are a punk. You're automatically weak, but that's not even really true. So the Two of Pentacles represents, it comes even more as a surprise for them because you Pisces were supposed to cave into whatever it is that they wanted you to do. And the fact that you Pisces have a backbone, you have a heart, you have lungs, you have everything, but you're not dealing with other people in that perspective. You're still going to carry yourself with dignity, and people better show you dignity too, is what's really shocking, right? Shocking to everybody. Shocking to them because they didn't expect you to actually like be okay with confrontation because they thought that you were a punk for some reason or another. And then it's surprising to you how people like, they're so comfortable to use people like this. Like, how do you come outside your house feeling okay about that? You know what I'm saying? But the Temperance and the Chariot is about how, and you just show them mercy. You could wild out on them, say something to them real slick, because remember, opposite sign is Virgo, so you could say something real witty, real slick, but you don't. You could play the game, get them for something get them for something they want to keep score. You Pisces could keep score and be like, all right, you want to keep score, let's play. But you Pisces, again, the Temperance, the Chariot, you chill. You chill. You're like, you know what? Y'all have gotten right with the divine. So a lot of you Pisces don't see the point of doing that back and forth type of game in the first place. You Pisces understand that you're not going to be that type of Pisces. And the thing is that you have the Six of Cups and the Lovers. There's huge regret. Huge, because again, the Six of Cups, if you've been here, to the people who are new here, welcome. The Six of Cups represents person coming back or reuniting or hearing from a person that you was dating romantically, or you seen as a potential romantic partner or significant other, I should say more specifically, but it didn't work out. And the Lovers now is about you Pisces, how they're coming in with you. They want you to accept them back, reaching out, because again, it's the game of you Pisces not wanting to have anything to do with them, because again, you were supposed to be weak. You were supposed to not actually take into consideration anything that anyone, you're not supposed to actually like rebel. You're supposed to be an empath, right? People are supposed to be able to use you for your empathy. And a lot of you Pisces understand now when to essentially, not saying that you're not empathetic, but a lot of you Pisces are understanding that you have to watch how you express your empathy and whom you express your empathy to. Because if you don't, what's happening here is that, like I said, people will use that empathy to use you for whatever it is that they want. That's why it is that I say that morality is not, if you ask me, morality is not, when it comes to me, morality is not a very important thing to me, you know, as long as like I'm not carrying myself so far to the other end, to the point where I start losing myself, I'm okay with not being moral. Because I understand that people will use my decency literally against me. So I have to watch that. The universe is not based upon morality. The most things that human beings consider to be good versus not so good, it's relative. You know, when people go and work out, they go to the gym and they break down muscle to make their muscles more developed. People don't look at it like an evil thing per se. They may get like lazy and not necessarily want to do it, but they don't look at it like evil doing, right? It's the same process. It's just that, you know, us as a species, somewhere along the lines, we started to make these types of extremes and made this a part of our everyday life, and that's not really what it is. So you Pisces, learning how to use your empathy in your favor to where you understand when and where to show empathy instead of just blindly showing empathy to anyone, because people will use you for whatever they want to use, and they'll use you for and throw you away. A lot of people are quite surprised about that, and they don't really know how to deal with you. So let's clarify the Six of Cups. Let's clarify this, right? The Seven of Cups. No, excuse me, the Seven of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. The Four of Cups. The Five of Swords, and then you have the Tower. I'm laughing because the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles is like, here some of these individuals are now, where it's like they still think that they're smart enough to play you. Like, oh, like, no, you're supposed to be doing this for me. How come that didn't work? Let me try to see what's going on with you and try my hand again, because no one can resist my charm. And the thing is that the Nine of Cups is like, you Pisces essentially being like, well, I can. They contact you if they haven't already, but pretty soon they will. I'm sure they probably have. And you Pisces are still not pressed or still not enraptured with or caught up or entangled with their charm, right? If they can call it that. And the thing is that the Four of Cups and the Five of Swords is about how they, like I said, they're stuck. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to make this play. They don't know what, if they're thinking about using you, and they don't know how to flip the script to where, you know, you're eating out of their palm. Because again, as long as you Pisces not be pressed, as long as you, like I said, you remain the surfer, you surrender to where certain things are going, you surrender to people's wants, right? You know, and what I mean by that is that utilize that as one of your greatest sources of power. Understand, Pisces, that some things should not be fought against. Some things are best let go of. Trying to convince someone and play the game and convince someone that you are the best person to be in a relationship with them. What does that say about you? It says that you're a pawn if you keep feeding into it. Why? Because who are you competing against? If you're the only person talking to this person, why is it that you have to do more and more and more, work yourself into exhaustion? What is up with that? It's either the person wants to get to know you because they legitimately want to get to know somebody else and build a relationship with somebody, or they don't. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that complicated as of a long drawn out process. It's really not that complex. It's not, right? Ingenuity and geniusness is in simplicity. Stupidity is in complexity. If you didn't know that. And then the thing is that the Tower is about how, so I mean, you know, once again, don't be surprised if you hear from them a couple of more times, because Again, and I've seen this recently, right? I'm trying to rope you in. It didn't work, but I don't know how to call it quits because my ego is in it. I have to prove to my ego that everybody wants me type stuff. So what they'll do is they may more than likely still reach out to you and see what's up. You ain't even talked to them. You don't care if you're talking to them. My suggestion to you, Pisces, is to move forward and speak to them. Don't even give them the time of the day like that. They're still texting your phone, calling your line. Why? Because they can't let go. That's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 100,000 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.